Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring the When the Moon Hangs Low role-playing game. If you haven't seen the other parts of this review, please check out the playlist in the description below. This is a Bloodborne style of role-playing game. This time we are going to take a look at the cursed marks. What I really like about this section is that you have a bit of fiction in each of the different subsections of the marks that tells you about the type of situations that a character with a particular mark goes through. Let's start with the Scarred. The character was gravely injured during their encounter with the Dark, leaving them with a ragged, barely healed scar. This wound aches in the presence of anything touched by the Dark, granting the character a form of supernatural awareness. However, the scar will never completely heal, and the pain it causes will slowly twist the character, turning them cruel and savage. When it comes to the boon of this mark, you have Dark Awareness. By taking a few moments to concentrate, the character can sense any creatures touched by the Dark in their immediate presence. This also gives you details on the number of tainted creatures, how far away they are from you, and in which direction. Your curse is Weeping Scar. The ache of the character's scar surpasses physical pain. It is a wound in their soul as much as their body. In addition, the wound will occasionally break open, weeping blood in a small yet unstoppable flow for minutes or even hours at a time. So as you can see, this is quite troublesome. Maybe if you are being tracked or followed by someone, they can easily pick up your trail because of your blood that you are constantly dripping. As your curse evolves, your sadism actually fuels your powers, your strength, but at the same time, you're going to become a sadist with everyone around you to the point that you become a berserker, a beast that prowls the streets, ready to unleash your pain upon others. So you're basically becoming more furious and getting stronger for it because of the pain that the wound is causing to you, but you will lose yourself in a delirium of berserker rage. Then we have Haunted. The character died for the briefest of moments during their encounter with the Dark, and they never fully returned to the land of the living. Now they can perceive the silent ghosts of the restless dead, which can sometimes lend them aid. However, their up-dead state can often make them seem more like a walking corpse and less like a vital human being. Your boon is Ghost Sight. The character is constantly aware of the shades of the dead, which drift silently through the mortal realm, invisible to the majority of people. Your curse is Dead. The character is no longer truly alive, and is very aware that they are not quite the person they once were. They have lost something in their return from death, something hard to define, but deeply important. Such hunters are often quiet and dour, and others find there to be something subtly strange about them. So as you can see, this is going to pose some difficulties in social interactions. People sense you as something unnatural. But at the same time, you can perceive those invisible entities that would otherwise attack you, or hinder you, or trouble you in some way, without you being initially aware of them. As you develop your curse, your character will become stealthy as a wraith or as a ghost, and you will benefit from, for example, resting inside of a coffin or in some burial ground. But you will eventually become an abomination, with skin like alabaster. You will exude a numbing cold, and you are driven by inhuman desires. You will become a sort of undead horror. Then we have the Tainted. The character's encounter with the Dark left them spiritually tainted by it. Something dark resides within them now, a bestial presence that threatens to overwhelm them in times of stress. However, this presence also grants the character strange animalistic abilities. Should they succumb to their curse, they will transform into something no longer human. Your boon is Heightened Senses. The character has incredibly sharp senses of hearing, sight, and smell, more like the senses of an animal than a normal human. Your curse is Savage Desires. The character is tormented by savage, animalistic desires thanks to the bestial presence within them. They are constantly at war with a nameless spectre within them, which tempts them and cajoles them to give in to its impulses. Such hunters are often seen muttering to themselves or grimacing as they struggle to control an impulse. So as you can see, you are quite unpredictable. It is very difficult to know how you're going to act in different situations. So as you benefit from this curse, you are going to become quite intimidating. Your body is going to transform, your attitude is going to be more feral. But if you are consumed by your curse, you will become a hellish animal, a beast in human form that is ready to attack and devour anyone. Then we have the obsessed. Some hunters are not repulsed by their encounter with the darkness, they are enamored by it. These individuals are drawn to places they might encounter the dark once again, that they might learn more. While this dark obsession makes them less prone to fear than others, it also threatens to completely overwhelm them and turn them into a willing acolyte. Your boon is resistant to fear. The character is more resistant to the horrors they face than others. Your curse is dark obsession. The character is driven by their perilous desire to learn more about the creatures of the dark. Where others hunt these creatures to put an end to them, the character does so in order to learn about them. Such hunters often spend too long staring at the corpses of the creatures they slay, or can be seen making notes in their journals when they think no one is looking. So because you are obsessed, maybe you will linger when you need to make a quick getaway, or you will go into very dangerous places just to satiate your obsession. So as you study omens and occult things, you are going to get bonuses in such related checks, but you are always at danger of becoming an acolyte of darkness, a devotee of evil, if you are consumed by your curse. Then we have Infested. Infested hunters are strange indeed. Their encounter with the dark changed their very flesh, riddling them with countless vermin that have made a hive deep within their body. Due to the crawling, biting creatures that now call their body home, the character is inured to pain, and wounds that would incapacitate others seem trivial to them. As their curse deepens, however, the unnatural vermin consume ever more of the character's body. Your boon is nerveless flesh. The character is tougher than others thanks to their unnatural pain tolerance. Your curse is crawling companions. Whether the vermin that infest them take the form of flies, wasps, maggots, or even rats, the character is constantly followed by a number of these creatures. The character rarely seems perturbed by these unpleasant companions, much to the distress of others. Such hunters sometimes take pains to disguise their infestation, whereas others see no shame in it and treat the vermin as pets. So as you can see, this can also be quite troublesome in social situations, but maybe your pets make a bit too much noise when stealth is required, or they escape your body for too long and they are seen by the enemy, so this is going to be a challenge. As your curse progresses, you will get a bonus to fortitude because of your bloated physique, but at the same time, you will start to become more and more like a hive for these creatures. You may end up turning into a strange bloated chrysalis, and who knows what's going to spawn out of you. Then we have the Ravenous. During their brush with darkness, the character was cursed with an insatiable hunger that constantly gnaws at their self-control. With this hunger comes an inhuman metabolism, allowing the character to quickly recover from physical injuries should they succumb to their curse. However, the character's hunger will become all-consuming and monstrous. Your boon is regeneration. The character has incredible powers of natural regeneration. Minor injuries heal almost instantly, and even severe wounds need closed in a matter of hours. Your curse is insatiable hunger. The character is cursed with an unending, gnawing hunger, regardless of how much food they consume. Even while on a contract, these hunters are almost constantly eating, whether chewing on strip after strip of dried meat, or stuffing handfuls of nuts and seeds into their mouths during quiet moments. Again, another excuse for the game master to place some challenging situations when stealth is required. And who knows what could happen if the character is hungry and there is no food available at the moment. Suddenly the companions may end up looking a bit tasty. So as your curse develops, your character may end up projecting this aura of hunger, and it damages everyone around you to a certain distance. You can control this to a certain degree, but if you end up consumed by your curse, you will become a flesh-eating monster, and you will have no remorse if you are eating an enemy or a companion. And these are all of the marks. I just gave you a few examples on how the curse is going to develop in the body of the character, the sorts of advantages and disadvantages that the curse is going to produce because of its evolution. As you can see, they are very tragic, but very fun in terms of gameplay. This will add to your repertoire of abilities, and we will learn more about skills and other things that you can use to customize your character in a future part of this review, starting with the next part, of course. Thank you for watching this part of the review. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that have been supporting the channel by sending drive-thru RPG gift certificates. If anyone else wants to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.